Hey, how's it going out there again today, guys? So I want to make this video. I hate doing these political videos, I really do. But I don't know, there's just a lot going on out there today. The wife texted me earlier today and was asking me, apparently there was a local high school that had one of these staged walkouts going on, and she was asking me kind of what was going on with that. And so I got to looking into it, and I wanted to post the video on here, but I don't have that ability on my phone. I'd have to edit it in there. But basically, the gist was that these kids were protesting for gun control. Okay, so in the same video, they said these kids are protesting for gun control. Then they said the people who organized it got together with the school, and the school allowed it and said that there would be no punishment for the kids that were involved in this walkout. Okay, so the school's allowing it. Now, this was like the last 20 minutes of the day at school. It was like the last 30 minutes, okay? So if you're a high school kid and they tell you, hey, there's going to be a protest at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what it's about. There's a protest at the end of the day. You're going to get out of class for the last 30 minutes of the day. All you got to do is, go walk outside. Walk around the building a couple times or whatever. I know when I was in high school, I didn't need an excuse to get out of class. So half of these kids probably didn't even know what they were protesting to begin with. I'm sure there were some that did. I don't want to discredit, high school kids and, tell them that they're all stupid and stuff like that. There are some smart ones, obviously. But that made me wonder, okay, so the people, they didn't say the students, they said the people that organized this walkout. So that got me thinking, who are the people that organized this walkout? And I do have the ability to show you that, so I took a screenshot of it. So the people that organized this are these people. That's right. It's the same people organizing the Women's March. The vagina hat wearing, man hating, liberal left that hates Trump no matter what he does. He's not their president. The same snowflakes that are protesting everything, basically. So these kids are being allowed to do this, and it's being organized by the same Women's March group that did all the other stuff, the public crying and all that. And that got me thinking, it really makes me angry, that the schools are allowing the kids to be used for these political agendas, which probably most of them don't fully understand the repercussions of. They might think gun control is a good idea, but I don't think they fully understand what that means. Us as Second Amendment supporters and all that obviously do understand what that means, that our freedom is based within the Second Amendment, because that's what gives us the ability to remain free. So that just kind of irritated me a little bit, and I wanted to talk about that. Obviously something needs to be done about these horrible things that are happening. I myself believe, they don't need to pass any new laws restricting guns or anything like that. Obviously, I am not for gun control. How many laws did that person have to break to commit that awful act? You know what I mean? You can't legislate morality. You can't add more laws that are going to do nothing. All they're going to do is restrict law-abiding gun owners. I hear Ohio is now talking about a 10-round capacity limit on semi-automatic rifles. A few other states have been talking about some more gun control legislation. Luckily, I just heard today that Kentucky is introducing a bill into the Senate that will allow teachers and staff who have their concealed carry and will be able to carry on school property. So if they have the willingness and the know-how to do so, they will be allowed to carry their weapons in the school. And I think that's a great start. I would like to see, honestly, I would like to see a little bit of maybe some kind of more training that they could go through to do that. But, if they do have their concealed carry and all that, I think that's great. What would be even better, in my opinion, is if we went ahead and put armed security in our schools. I mean, I think Colin Noor said it best when he said, we literally put armed security in our banks, in our airports, any place where we feel that something is valuable and worth protecting, we literally put armed security in those places. Yet we leave our children exposed and vulnerable. So our I can't say it. So our facilities like this, are they more important to protect than our children? Our children are our most valuable resource. Do we value our money more than we value our children? That's what society needs to ask themselves. And then you get people, I don't want to have to take my children to a school where there's armed security. That's awful for them to have to see that. I would rather my children experience that and know that they're safe than have to go to school wondering if some bad man with a gun is going to come to school today. It's every parent's nightmare. It really is. We need to wake up in this country. You cannot stop violence with peace and love when it's knocking on your door, okay? Israel figured it out 40 years ago. When was the last time you heard of a school shooting in Israel? I could be wrong, but I haven't heard of any. And that's because they decided to arm their teachers a long time ago. Obviously they have other things like, everybody has to serve in the military and stuff like that. So, their population is well trained in the use of firearms. But they figured it out a long time ago. When is the U.S. going to follow suit? We can't sit here and pretend it's not happening and it's unsightly and, we wouldn't want our kids to, have to go to school with armed security because, it ruins the perception that we have in our heads. It's a dangerous world out there these days. So I just want to share that with you guys and just some thoughts I had going. So hope you guys have a great day. We'll check you out later. I'll get back to reviews soon and not do this political stuff. Later, guys.